Ray, listen, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait.
Oh,
And also
good.
to you can breathe a sigh of relief because we have seen it now where you're not the only one who knows about it. We can start talking about it very secretively, but we can at least start talking about it.
Yes.
Listen, what a great concept. What a great show. How does it feel to have someone like Vince say they created something with you in mind? Because I was just talking to him and he said to me how he started to come together with this idea and then he realized that this was you. It must be just an absolute dream to hear a creator of such iconic, shows and projects say something like that to you, right?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It is. I was a huge fan of his work before I did Better Call Saul. Then I became an even bigger fan on Better Call Saul, not only because I loved that character so much and I loved that show so much, but I then also saw the sets that he creates and the environments he creates, as well as Peter Gould, co-show running, and then show running himself at the end. But the environments that they offer you, the best way I could liken it for you would be like, as a journalist, if you were asked to write a piece that you were really like, this is going to be a challenge, and I want to push myself, and I want to get better, and also the person that offered it to you is one of your heroes in all of journalism, and you're like, they think that Justin can write it, and what about that? And so now you're so excited, but now you've got to actually do the piece. And then what I want to tell you is what happens then is you go to the sets, and about 300 people are like, no, Justin, you are the person that can pull this off. Like, everybody here believes in you. And that seems like that's like obvious, or maybe it doesn't to most people, but it isn't. We most of us feel a little bit like we're always trying, and I am trying to prove myself to myself. What I'm saying is the difference, I'm not being put in a position where I feel like everyone thinks I suck until I prove otherwise.
It kind of sounds like you're
it's the same for
describing
everybody. Yeah. Like all the departments feel the same way. You are thought to be brilliant and bring it. Let's do it.
everyone came to Raycon and they were there because they love the work, which I think is fantastic. Now, you've talked about your sets of rules that you have for your characters, like whether it's Kim Wexler or whether it's Carol. And I wanted to know, like, because you are so different to Carol, but Carol is like also so endearing and beautiful. What rules do you think match in the middle of you bleeding into parts of Carol that you can identify with?
Yeah, it's also, and also very different than Kim Wexler, which was super fun for me. They're just such vastly different characters. With Carol, some of the stuff that felt, she's very quick-witted. I've been told that I'm fairly quick-witted. I don't know if I'm as quick-witted as she is because she gets a murderer's row of writers to write her wit, and I don't have that. But I do identify with self-deprecating, dark humor, and I'm often a little darker than people were expecting. But one of the things that I identified with her that I am not like, but it was really fun to explore, is her not giving a crap about being palatable is not as something I enjoy. That is not a thing, and it isn't even just because of what I do. Like I just raised in the world, being concerned about that and being concerned about being likable, and she really doesn't care, and I try to suppress my anger when I think it's disproportionate or inappropriate, and frankly just at all, period. And she does not. And then she gets handed this giant obstacle that it's like, well, what if your anger caused mass destruction, not just hurt feelings? And it's like, seriously, you're gonna put that on her? But it was just a lot of fun to think about, like, who are we when we're completely alone? And there's a part of me that's extrovert and introvert. Carol's a misanthrope, so she really thought she loved being a loner, but it's like, do you? How about we test that theory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, it's such a great series. I'm so grateful for your time today, and I really appreciate it. I can't wait for people to see it.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.